Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you can see from the title of the video, today I'm going to be telling you guys everything I know that I think you should know about getting a new puppy. This is Honey. She is going a little crazy right now because I got lots of her stuff on the couch. She is 5 months. She was born in August. It's currently January, so she's 5 months old, so she still is a little puppy. But today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, I'm already in a different spot. But I'm gonna take you guys with us. We are going to the dog park. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm packing in her bag for the dog park. And then when we're in the car, I'm gonna tell you guys everything you need to know about having a dog. Trying to spice it up a little bit for y'all so we're not just in my room every time. But if you're interested to see everything you need to know about having a puppy, stay tuned and we're gonna jump right into the video. Okay guys, so we're getting ready for the dog park, and the last time I took her to the dog park, I didn't bring anything. I was like the super unprepared mom, and I was like with my friend and her other friends, and they all had bags, and I was like, wow, I didn't bring nothing for my dog, and she really needed some stuff. So I'm packing everything I think that you should have when you're going to the dog park, because anything can happen. Like, there's like a little pond over there and she got wet and she was just wet and I couldn't help her at all. So first things first, I'm bringing this. This is like a microfiber like towel, but we use it as a blanket too. She loves it. So as you can see, she's like, give me my stuff. But I'm packing this because I can dry her off with this and use it as a blanket too, like when she gets back in the car in case she gets dirty. I have my book bag here, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put it in here. She is like so nosy today. Here's your ball. I said today, she's always nosy, but I usually don't let her be in the videos because she does crazy stuff, so yeah. The next thing I'm gonna pack is her little jacket. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Yes, so cute. It's 60 degrees, but I don't know. If it gets a little chilly, I'm being extra by bringing this, but I'm bringing it just in case. Or you could bring like a shirt or something. Whatever. You don't have to dress your dog. What? You see the camera? Ma'am, you want your jacket? She likes her clothes, so she's like, give me my stuff. So anyway, I'm packing her jacket in here. And then the next thing I'm packing is a few toys. So I'm bringing stuff that's like I can easily clean. I don't have to worry about it. And if it gets lost, I won't be super upset because these are like cheaper toys because toys are expensive. But anyway, I'm bringing a ball. And you see that she has torn this ball up. And she's like, give it back. So I'll let her play with that for now. And then I'm just bringing like 2 little chewies. She's probably not gonna use the toys just because like I want her to like interact with other dogs. And I don't want the other dogs to take her stuff, because you know other dogs are crazy. I don't know how their families raise them, but anyway, I'm bringing these 2. They're like plasticky, so easy to clean if they get dirty. So I'm just gonna put them in the front pocket with her ball. And the next thing, very important, I'm bringing a water bottle and her water bottle because it gets hot, she gets thirsty. I can just give her something to drink. So I'm gonna put that in here. Bowl inside. Then I'm gonna bring some wipes because like I said, last time she got dirty and I was like, oh my god, I gotta put you back in the car. Didn't want to deal with that. So yes, I'm bringing just wipes. I got these from Target. These are just little dog wipes if I need to wipe her off. And then a few treats. I'm bringing just some treats in case she gets a little hungry, wants a little snack. We'll honestly probably stay at the dog park for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how she does. Because she is a little bit scary around other dogs. And I think it's because when I first got her, she was super little, like she was less than a pound. I'll try to drop some videos in here so you guys can see what she looked like when she was little. She was really small, so like when I took her to play with other dogs, she would get stepped on, or like she was just super afraid. So now she's kind of starting to come into her own and like play more with other dogs and like be more interested, but still she might get really nervous and then I'll just leave, you know, we'll leave. I don't want her to be freaked out. And the last thing I'm gonna bring is her leash, but this is just so we can get there, we can walk in, and then if I need to grab her, I can grab her and we can go. But when she's at the dog park, they're allowed to be off the leash, so she can be free. And one more thing that I don't have over here with me is because I don't have anymore. I will bring like the doggy bags in case she like uses the bathroom. Like, of course you want to clean up after your dog because nobody wants their dog running around and like other dogs poop and stuff. But I have like, of course I have grocery bags like all black folk. I have some grocery bags, so I'm gonna bring a couple grocery bags with me, and I have some napkins already in my bag just in case I need to clean up after her. Here's your ball. I'm gonna put her ball in my bag, and we are going to head out to the dog park. And once we jump in the car, I'll give you guys all the info that I think you should know about getting a puppy, because some days I'm ready to give her the boots. But yes, stay tuned and I'll let you guys know. All right, y'all, so we're in the car on our way to the dog park, and I'm sure the lighting is probably going to be terrible, so just bear with me. I've never vlogged before, so we'll see how it goes. And Miss Honey is going to try to jump all over me while I drive, so please advise that this video is probably going to be a mess. But nevertheless, like I said, so some of the things that I think that are important to know when you're expecting to get a puppy or you want a puppy, these are things that I wish I knew before I got her. Sorry, I be feeling a little too uncomfortable when I'm driving. Anyway, some of the things I think you should know. First things first, the first week to month is going to be really annoying. Like, having a puppy is a lot of work, especially if you get them when they're little, and like not trained. The first week to month is going to be crazy. So the day after I got her, I immediately regretted it. I was like, regret it. You know what I'm trying to say. I was like, I don't know if I'm really cut out to have a puppy. Like, it's so much work, it's so much time. Like, you will have to get up. So like what I did was I got a crate for her, and I'll talk about everything that I think you should have, but I got a crate for her. So I had her sleeping in her crate for the first couple months, and like the first month, literally I was waking up, like we would go to bed at like 11 because that's the time I naturally just like go to sleep. So I would put her in around 11, and then around like 3-4 o'clock in the morning every night she would wake up to have to go to the bathroom. And I didn't want her to get in the habit of going in her crate just because I was sleeping, you know. So whenever I would hear her like start to whine or like cry, I knew she needed to go to the bathroom. So I would get up, and lucky for me I have like a balcony, so I would just put a puppy pad on the balcony and she would go there, and then I would put her back in the crate. And then she would wake up again around the time, like, you got to get the dog on your schedule, but she would wake up around the time I would get up for work. So around like 7:30, like, then she would get back up and she would be ready to go out again. And then of course you have to feed her, take her out, whatever, feed her or him, whatever. So that was like, that's hard. That's like having a baby. Like, you used to being able to sleep straight through the night, but now you have to get up in the middle of the night, like break your sleep to get up to take care of something else, like, you know. So that was a lot. And that was just like, for me, I love to sleep. I don't like waking up. I don't like getting up out the bed. So like that taught me like, okay girl, you got to get up. She's depending on you, so you need to get up. So that was the first thing. Second thing, patience. Like, you really have to be patient with the dog. Like, she's still potty training. Like, she's 5 months now. She's 5 months old, but I got her when she was 2 months, so I've only had her for 3 months. But she's still potty training. I'm still trying to teach her, like, you don't use the bathroom in the house. For the most part, she has it down, but she still has her accidents here and there, or like, you know, just like if I run and like I'm in the shower or something, she'll use the bathroom in the house. And I'm like, girl, like, I'm not in the shower for that long. You could have held it, or you could have barked. Like, sometimes she don't bark. Sometimes she'll just like stand by the door, like where she wants to go out, and she won't bark or anything, and I'm not paying attention to her, and she'll just pee by the door. And I'm like, sis, that's not what I want you to do. So there's that. And then another thing is the cost of having a puppy. It is pretty expensive. Like, there are so many things that you don't think about that you need. The biggest thing I would say is like all their shots, all the vet visits. Like, when you first get a puppy, they literally go to the vet so much. Like, I feel like I live at the vet. Like, we have been to the vet so many times. But tip for y'all, because my mom does this for my dog that we have back at home. And the reason why I didn't know like how much a puppy really costs, because I did have a puppy. Like when I was in high school, we got a dog, and she still lives at home with my family. But I wasn't paying for it. So, you know, I wasn't thinking like, wow, this is really super expensive, because I wasn't spending my money. And I realize now that it's very expensive. So anyway, like I was saying, what my mom does for my puppy that we have, well, she's not a puppy anymore, she's grown, she's 10, but for my mom does for my dog at home, there's like a plan at PetSmart. So if you guys have a PetSmart, or I'm sure any other pet stores do this, like where there's a vet inside, they have, so it's not even really PetSmart, it's Banfield Veterinary Hospital. They have like a monthly payment, like a subscription. Basically, you can pay monthly, and then you can come in and you get like unlimited office visits. So like if anything happens, all the shots are included. Your dog getting spayed or neutered is included. So like stuff like that. So if you're getting a puppy, definitely look into that. If you go into like a Banfield or like a PetSmart, like wherever, they will tell you about it. And I'm sure other places have that. You know, I don't know for sure, but I said I'm sure, and then I don't know for sure. Whatever. I'm sure other places have it, you know. So just look into doing that, and like for that, it's $45 a month. So that's just like another expense, but it's worth it because you're not having to pay each time. Like one time I thought she broke her leg, and I was not about to pay for an office visit, but then I was like, oh yeah, like she can just go in as many times as we need to, and we went, and she was fine, thank God. But nevertheless, I didn't have to pay for that when we went. Then the other thing, like other expenses, like when you first get a dog, you're gonna need, if you're gonna crate train your dog, you're gonna need a crate. Crates cost like $30-$40 depending on the size of the dog you get. You're gonna need the mat for the crate. You're gonna need a dog bed. You're gonna need food. Dog food is expensive. I didn't realize how expensive dog food was. I guess it depends on the food you feed your dog, but I wanted to like make sure I fed her something that like I researched into and like figured out what food that I wanted to feed her. And she eats the Wellness brand food for small breed dogs, and that's like $20 a bag. And I mean, she doesn't go through it that fast. She probably goes through like a bag a month, but still, that's just like another expense. So now another $20 a month for food, and then you got to think they want treats. When you first get a dog, you need a dog bowl, you need a leash and a collar. Leashes and collars are also really expensive. I noticed, like, she a little bougie though, because she got like a leather leash now. But even when I got her like the regular leash, I know the regular little strip leashes, that was like $15 for that regular piece of cloth. So definitely I would advise going like on Amazon or going on the website Chewy. They have stuff a little bit cheaper than like your regular pet stores like PetSmart and stuff. Some stuff, not all stuff is cheaper, but definitely some things you can get for a little bit cheaper. So I think if you're thinking about getting a dog, I would try to like get as much of their stuff online and like in advance before you get the dog. Like when I got my dog, I wasn't expecting to get her when I got her, and I didn't have anything. So like when I got her, I literally went into PetSmart with this little bitty puppy in my hand, and like bought everything. So keep that in mind. Try to plan ahead. I didn't plan ahead, so yeah. What else? I'm trying to think what else I would want to know. Oh, puppy pads. I definitely recommend getting puppy pads. Those are also kind of expensive too. Like if you get like a pack, like I got a pack of like 50 of them for like $20-some, but they go through them kind of quickly. Like of course you don't want to keep that around. Like I had, when I first got her, I would put the puppy pad in her crate, and just in case, because I was working, like I couldn't always be home, and she did have some accidents, but then as she started to get a little bit bigger, she got more able to like hold it. And just so you guys know, they say the dog's age in months is the amount of hours that they can hold their bladder. So when she was 1 month, I got her when she was 2 months, she could only hold herself for 2 hours. So like I'm at work, like I can't come back every 2 hours, so it kind of was sucky. So like usually if I was gone for work, the way my job is, I had time to come in and out, but I wouldn't be able to come back in 2 hours. So depending on your job, like think about that. Like you might want to have like some puppy pads or something, just in case they need to relieve themselves if you're not home, and at least they're going on the puppy pad and they're not just like going on their bed or like going on your rug or whatever. But depends on where you have your dog at. So now she's not in her crate when I'm gone. At first I kept her in the crate, and then I tried to leave her out. Dumb mistake. She wasn't ready. She's still not ready because she likes to tear stuff up. She is like having a fit right now. She's in like a playpen, which I showed. If you guys watch my apartment tour video, she has like her little playpen, so like her bed is in there. She has a little bit more room to move around, and she's not like just in her crate all day, because like I work a little bit longer. Like I'm not able to come back as much. I still am, but not as much. So she has her little playpen and she can move around. I actually got the playpen for $20 from Amazon, but they have it on the Chewy website too for like around the same. It was like $20-$25, and they have different sizes and different colors and stuff like that. But yes, just know like getting a dog is expensive. Like everything you have to buy, and then you also have to think about if stuff happens. Like I said, I thought she broke her leg one time, and they were like, oh, we think she's fine, but if you want, we could do x-rays. And I was like, well, how much are the x-rays? And they were like $300. And I was like, walk it off, sis, walk it off. Like, no. But the only reason I said no was because they were like, we don't think anything's wrong, but if you want to be, no, I believe y'all, I trust y'all, we don't need it. $300 for y'all to click look at her leg. It was one leg. She decided to jump off my bed when she was 1 pound, and she was limping. She was walking like this for like a day, and she was crying, and I felt so bad, but she was fine. Nevertheless, she lived. But yeah, stuff like that, just be prepared. Like, you literally never know. It's like having a kid. Yes, the next thing, sorry, I am driving, y'all, so I know I'm probably looking like I'm super cross-eyed, but whatever, I get the gist. The next thing is like house training, like not potty training, but house training. This dog, oh my god, y'all, I wanted to kill her. She tore up my apartment so much. So like I have like an area rug in my living room. 2 of the corners, she has like ripped thread out of it. Like she would like go to town like in seconds. Like I would leave her alone for like few minutes at a time, and she would go to town, and I would like scream like, no, like pat her little butt. I'm not abusing her or nothing, but I would, you know, give her a little spanking, and she still do it to this day. So my dog is weird. Like, she likes carpet. So in my apartment, she also kind of like tore up little corners of the carpet in my bedroom. So like now I got to figure out how to fix that before I move out, but I have time. But whatever, I have to figure out how to fix that because she's torn, like shredded it, like figured out how to pull the carpet up somehow and like shred like pieces of it. It's little areas, like she did it in 2 little areas, but still she still tore it up. So that's why apartments don't let people have dogs, because dogs like her, they're little terrors and they just ruin everything. But whatever. So definitely be prepared for like stuff like that. Know, like, put your shoes away. She really wasn't a big eater of shoes. Like, she tried a couple times to like chew up the laces. She got one of my pair of shoes. She got my laces real good, but she wasn't really like tearing up shoes like that. But it's probably because she was so small, so she wasn't really able to do too much. But now my other dog back in Chicago, she would tear up some shoes. So just like put your shoes away, put away everything that you think that you don't want messed up. Put it away. Just do that. One thing that I found that was helpful, you could probably find this at any pet store. It's like the bitter apple spray. That spray, you could spray it on stuff to make them not chew on it, because I guess like it tastes like it tastes bitter and they don't like it. So my weird dog, at first she kind of liked it. Like, she licked it and she was like, and then she kind of went back and did it again. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then after a few more times, she would be like, okay, I don't like the way this tastes. So then she would stop chewing on certain stuff. So like I started spraying it on like the bottoms of like my chairs in my like my dining chairs. I sprayed it like on just edges and stuff, and I started spraying it on the corners of the carpet. So like if she got over there to it while I wasn't looking, like she would taste that and kind of stay away from it. But you gotta be consistent with it. Like, if you do it once, it'll wear off and then they go back to it. So you gotta do it. Like, it took maybe like 3 or 4 times of her going back to the same spot and then having the spray on it for her to stop trying to chew it. So keep that in mind. Also, just know the dog's teeth. So like my dog has chewed up my fingers several times. Like, make sure you have toys for your dog. Like, of course, you want to have something for them to chew on, something to keep them busy. You know, you don't want to just have them just bored and idle all day, because then that's how they start getting into stuff that you don't want them to get into. Girl, come on. She been trying to climb over here for about the whole video. Sit down. So yes, make sure you have plenty of things for them to chew on. Another thing is training classes. Now, you don't have to do this, but I feel like for her it helped a little bit. She still needs Jesus Lord. But then I'm like, she's still a puppy. Like, I know she's still learning, but I went to training classes. It was for 6 weeks. Basically, they teach you like basic commands. Well, it depends on where you go, but like the training class I went to, she learned like basic commands. She learned like sit, lay down. She learned how to like walk on a leash, like without like trying to pull away or like running and like jumping on people, just stuff like that. And then I don't know, my trainer, she was pretty good at like giving other tips. So she'd like, okay, what do you have concerns about? Like, I can try to help you with that. This dog is bad, so she a whole different breed, but she's also a Pomeranian. They're like known to be a little more like hyper, a little more crazy, so she's a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. So training class cost me like $120. That's another expense. And then also grooming. When you have a puppy, it's a little bit cheaper. I noticed that like I was paying way less money. Like, they would charge me like $15 to give her a little bath and a little haircut. So I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad. But once they get bigger, it costs money. Like, grooming costs like $45, $50. So that's just like another expense. I'm not trying to turn y'all away from getting a dog, but it is expensive to have, and you have to be patient, and you have to just work with your dog. Like, it took me a while to really get more patient with her, because like at first I would be like, oh my god, this dog is driving me crazy. Like, I wanted to like sell her because she was tearing up stuff and she was getting into everything and she was peeing on everything, and like, oh my god, I was so over her. But she's getting better now. She's getting older. Like I said, she's 5 months, so we're getting a little more used to each other. She's very clingy, like, and that's another thing. Try to socialize your dogs early. You know, take them to little play groups. Take them to the dog park like I'm about to take her. Let them play with other dogs. Let them, you know, interact, because then that's going to teach them that, you know, other dogs, other people are not scary. You can avoid them like biting people, being aggressive, stuff like that. Y'all, I tried to go rogue on my way to this dog park, and I'm honestly not sure if I missed the exit or not, because I'm trying to record, and I record on my phone like I said, and I usually use my phone for GPS. So yeah, I've been to this dog park before, and it's actually a dog park closer to my house, but since I have been to this one before and I know what it was like, I was like, I'm gonna just take her back here, because the last time we came, she was like a little bit nervous, like she kept like coming back to me, and I want her to like play with other dogs. Like, I want her to be comfortable playing with other dogs and stuff. So I wanted to take her back to the same place, so that she was like, it was kind of something familiar, instead of just like popping over to like different dog parks. So yes, this is why I decided to drive this 20-minute drive to this dog park instead of going to the one that was like 5 minutes away. Oh goodness gracious, I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to end it for now. I'm gonna come back because I gotta put the GPS on, because I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, be right back. Okay, you guys, so we're here at the dog park. We made it, and as you can see, she is looking out the window because there's not that many dogs here today. Last time we came, it was like bussin'. So hopefully like this will actually be good for her, because there's only like maybe 6 or 7 dogs in there right now. So hopefully she can like play and not be like super scared this time. Are you excited? She's not wagging her tail. She's looking like, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say curse words. She's looking like, what in the world is going on? So we're gonna see how she does. I'll let you guys see her in there if she's like playing with some dogs, but we'll see. She does not like other dogs. Honey, it's okay. Nice. She hates it. She found somebody that's more her speed. Look at this. Oh, he's scared of her. I'm dead. Okay, y'all, so we are back from the dog park. Honey is asleep. She is exhausted, even though she did not have a great time. She just don't really get down with other dogs, I guess. She don't really, it is not her thing. She sniff them a little bit and then be like, okay, I'm ready to go. So we only stayed for maybe like 30, 45 minutes. I'd probably say 45 because I was trying to give her a chance to like get comfortable, but she wasn't really with it, so whatever. Before I wrap this video up, I know I talked about stuff that I feel like you should have, but there's 3 things that I feel like have been like lifesavers for me as far as like having a puppy in the house. So I'm going to show you what they are. Okay, so I mentioned this already. This is the bitter apple spray. So it's by the brand Granix and it says taste deterrent for dogs. So you can see here. I think when I looked in PetSmart originally, this was like $16, but somehow I went online and I was able to get it for like $4 or $5 on PetSmart. Like I just ordered it online and I went and picked it up. So look online for it before you buy it in the store. And like I said, you just like spray it on stuff you don't want the dog chewing on, and then it'll like make them not like it. And I know my trainer, like my dog trainer, said that if the bitter apple doesn't work, there's another one called bitter cherry. And like if this one doesn't work, usually that one will work. So like if you try this and your dog like still likes it, then you can try the bitter cherry instead. So definitely helps if you don't want your dog chewing on stuff. I would definitely try this. The other things are for like mess, because you know dogs like when they're potty training, they pee and they poop. This, I owe my life to them, because this stuff is Bissell Pet Pro and it came with like the little scrub. I think this was like $5. I got it from Target, and literally if she pees or does anything, like, you know, sometimes dogs throw up too. If it's a stain on like my carpet, I spray this on there, I scrub it for a few seconds and it's gone. Like gone. Like there was a couple pee stains that I had on my carpet from like because I didn't get this when I first got her. I didn't get this till maybe like last month. There was like a couple stains that I couldn't get out, and then when I got this, got it out. So older, new stains, this will definitely help you. So highly recommend getting this. And you don't have to, like, they had different ones, so you don't have to get the one with the little brush, and the brush comes off if you like untwist it and you can like scrub. But basically you just squirt it and then you can scrub it like that. They had other ones, but it was like the same price, so I was like, I might as well get the one with the brush. Highly recommend the Bissell Pet Pro Oxy Stain Destroyer. That's what it's called. And then the last thing is this. It's the OxiClean Pet Fresh Carpet Odor Eliminator. So I know a lot of people think like when you get a pet, oh, it smells so good. When you get a pet, like your house, your apartment might smell. And that is true. Like, especially when you're potty training, like dog pee and stuff, it will make an odor. Like, especially if you don't catch it, like if they pee somewhere and you don't see it and it just dries up so it sits there, it will stink. So I was like, I don't want my apartment to start to smell, so I'm gonna make sure I keep it clean. So like once a week probably, I put this on my carpet and I vacuum with it, and it smells great. Like, you know, your mama used to keep this in the refrigerator to make the refrigerator smell good. Same idea, but you just pour it on your carpet. It's a vacuum booster. It says it loosens and helps lift up to 25% more dirt. So I literally sprinkle it on the carpet, sprinkle it on the rug, I vacuum, and then it smells great. So definitely keep this in mind if you're getting a pet. But overall, I think having a pet has been very rewarding. Like, definitely a companion. Like, if you live by yourself and you just, especially like moving to a new city, just having something to also take care of, it definitely teaches you more responsibility for sure. But just having somebody like with you all the time, like your little buddy, it's definitely fun. It's not all bad. It is a lot of work, so just be prepared. Like, They tear stuff up, stuff gets ruined, but you just gotta go with it. And like I said, just try to have everything prepared in advance so that you are as prepared as you can be so that it's easier for you. But if you guys have questions, other questions about like what I did with my dog, like different stuff, different brands of stuff that I have, just leave comments down below and I will try my best to answer everything. If it comes to the point where I need to make another video giving more tips, just let me know and I'll definitely do that. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. And as I always say, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video, and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See y'all next week.